Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, the decomposing body of man found following house fire in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing a case where a fire occurred at the home of a man whose body was found in a state of decomposition. He is 50-year-old laborer Orville Rowe of Old School Road in Negril. Reports are that about 12:40 a.m. today, the local fire department responded to a blaze at a house. The police were also called to the scene. During a search of the premises, the decomposing body of Rowe was found on a bed on the first floor of his house. The body was removed for storage and a post-mortem is to be conducted. JDF soldier among 3 charged for illegal firearm and ammunition. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force is among 3 people charged following the seizure of an illegal firearm and ammunition in St. Elizabeth. Those charged are JDF soldier Chevin Buchanan, otherwise called the Soji, Chavoy Williams, also known as Black Juice, a sound system operator of Stonehenge District in Cambridge, St. James, and Dwayne Goulburn, alias Metro, a sound system selector of Middle Quarters, St. Elizabeth. The men are charged for possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. It is reported that about 1:45 on Sunday afternoon, the 3 were traveling in a blue Toyota Mark X motor car along the YS Main Road in St. Elizabeth when they were signaled to stop. The driver complied. During a search of the vehicle, 1.40 Smith & Wesson pistol with a magazine containing 10 cartridges was found in the center console. The 3 men were arrested and transported to the Black River Police Station, where they were subsequently charged. Police seize illegal gun in snap raid at Manchester bar. The Manchester police seized an illegal firearm during a snap operation in Pike, northeast in the parish on Thursday morning. The 9mm pistol was found in a garbage bin. The police say the operational support team raided a bar about 1 o'clock, during which the weapon was found. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure, but the owner of the bar was charged with breaches of the Spirit License Act, including operating without a license and operating beyond the opening hours. Residents concerned about the condition of Slipe Road in St. Elizabeth. The latest road to be highlighted for urgent rehabilitation work is the main thoroughfare from Slipe to Locovia in St. Elizabeth. Residents of Slipe told the news that the lack of attention to the roadway over the years have been less than acceptable. The road was severely eroded during heavy rains in the last few months. When contacted, the National Works Agency said several estimates have been submitted for funds to repair the roadway. The agency is awaiting a response. Efforts to get a comment from the Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Northeastern, Delroy Slowly, on plans to repair the roadway were unsuccessful. Vaz instructs lawyers to take action over disparaging U.S. visa remarks. Government Minister Darrell Vaz says he has instructed his attorneys to take action against the persons who have been making disparaging remarks regarding his United States visa. Vaz says he will not hold back in protecting his reputation. There has been renewed public discourse surrounding Vaz's visa after his ruling Jamaica Labour Party bashed the opposition People's National Party for selecting attorney Isaac Buchanan as one of its candidates for the upcoming general elections in light of Buchanan's previous criminal convictions. The JLP pointed out that Buchanan was convicted in Jamaica for possession of, dealing in, and taking steps to smuggle cocaine. He was also sentenced to approximately 10 years imprisonment in a United States prison for similar drug smuggling crimes. But the PNP has hit back, saying it believes that individuals can be rehabilitated and return to serve their communities. The party accused the JLP of hypocrisy, arguing that it has had among its ranks former ministers who faced imprisonment for corruption. It also noted the cloud that faced Vaz when he was issued with a U.S. visa that had an annotation. Vaz's U.S. visa was revoked in 2019. In 2021, the United States Embassy in Kingston reinstated Vaz's travel permit with a waiver annotation. Today, Vaz noted that former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, spoke extensively about the circumstances which led to issue and clarified the matter in 2021, and that by 2022, the issue was rectified and the clearance was given. In an effort to highlight that he is in possession of a U.S. travel document that is annotation-free, Vaz has publicly shared a photograph of his U.S. visa information. Last month marked 2 years since spurious allegations were found to be baseless and politically contrived, and I have since then been reissued my 10-year U.S. visa with clearance, he said. Ambassador Tapia spoke publicly about the politically motivated witch hunt in 2021, which gave U.S. authorities reason to believe any such waiver was necessary. Both my diplomatic and 10-year B1, B2 U.S. visas were issued in 2022 after all the necessary clearances would have been approved, he added. Vaz says claims regarding his U.S. visa are malicious and politically motivated. As stated, I hold no reservations in ensuring I protect my reputation, and having already filed lawsuits against the senior members of the PNP, I have no issues in extending that to other members of their party. Police probing robbery and shooting along Burke Road in Spanish Town. The St. Catherine North Police are probing the injury of a man who was shot by gunmen who were carrying out a robbery along Burke Road in Spanish Town on Wednesday. The 26-year-old Kingston man remains hospitalized. It is reported that about 9 p.m., gunmen robbed a business place located along the popular roadway. During the robbery, the men opened fire. The man who was in the vicinity of the establishment was shot. The police were called to the scene, and the injured man was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted. Fates Bailey to fight crime in Turks and Caicos. Fates Bailey, who was in charge of the crime and the security portfolio at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, has been appointed Deputy Commissioner of Police in the Turks and Caicos Islands. The Governor of the British Overseas Territory, Delaney Silvaratnam, has endorsed the appointment, which is expected to begin on Monday, October 7. Bailey retired last month from his post as a Deputy Commissioner in the JCF after serving more than 40 years in the constabulary. He will arrive in Turks and Caicos on Sunday, ahead of starting his new role the following day for an initial period of 6 weeks. The newly appointed Deputy Commissioner is expected to use his wealth of experience in dismantling the Klansman, Kings Valley, and the Ushens Wilson gangs, among others in Jamaica, to halt the flare-up of violence in Turks and Caicos. In 2022, there were 34 murders in Turks and Caicos, a record high for the country. There are no fears that 2024 could be more bloody, with 32 murders committed so far this year. Bailey holds a Master's of Science in Psychology and Criminal Investigation from the University of Liverpool, a Master of Science in National Security and Strategies from the University of the West Indies, Mona, and an associate degree in accounting from the Management Institute of National Development. He has also been awarded the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer in Jamaica. Bailey, 60, will work closely with Turks and Caicos Police Commissioner Edwin Martin, who went on leave on October 1. 21-year-old dies in Bull Bay crash. A 21-year-old man died from injuries he received in a motor vehicle crash in 8 Miles Bull Bay in St. Andrew on Thursday. He has been identified as Ramesh Ladley of a Barado Avenue, Kingston 17 address. Reports from the Bull Bay police are that about 12:30 a.m., Ladley was one of 3 men traveling in a Toyota Mark X motorcar that crashed into a utility pole. Ladley was flung from the motor vehicle. He was pronounced dead at hospital. The other 2 occupants of the vehicle reportedly fled the scene of the accident. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. Bushman slapped with wounding charges after allegedly chopping man. A St. Mary reformer, popularly known as Bushman, is set to answer to a charge of wounding with intent after allegedly using a machete to physically harm another during an altercation late last month. According to police reports, Bushman, whose birth name is Anthony Lewis, got into an argument with another on Friday, September 27. It is alleged that the 64-year-old farmer used a machete to chop the man all over his body. The victim was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released. Lewis was arrested and charged and is set to appear in the Porta Maria Parish Court on Thursday, October 10. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.